I woke up at like, I don't know, 3 o'clock this morning and just didn't feel like getting out of bed yet. So I knew I had a busy day. My mind started running through everything I needed to take care of today. I need to be down at Siempre at 9 o'clock for a 10 o'clock meeting in downtown Tijuana with a government agency there about the orphanage. I need to raise $5,000 between now and tomorrow to get us through the next couple of weeks at Siempre para los Niños, because I just saw a text message just now when I was taking off my headphones from our bookkeeper, Pam, who was telling us how much we needed that Joel had sent yesterday, and how much short we were this week that I need just in the next 24 hours to raise. And I knew I wanted to run 6 miles this morning. I wanted to get my weights in. I wanted to get my stretching and yoga in. And I knew I'd need to leave the house by at the very latest 6:30. But I wanted to get another hour's sleep because I'd only slept about 4 hours. So I rolled back over, woke up with the alarm a little bit before 5 o'clock. I looked up at the alarm and it said that it was 4:58, the time my alarm goes off each morning. 4:58, and at 4:58 it was 72 degrees. Thought about my grandmother's house. My grandmother lived in Phoenix. We called her Granny. And we would drive over there 2 or 3 times a year in my dad's Rambler. I lived in a neighborhood that didn't have air conditioning in a coastal community. And so the heat was always kind of a blast for us, regardless of what we did. Look, another runner, there we go. The heat was always a blast for us, regardless what we did. But when we head out across my vlog, excuse me, people go by me and I think, oh, look at that guy, he's talking to his phone, he must be crazy. And we would head out and we would get in Dad's Rambler, and 4 of us kids, and we would start aiming out across the desert. The 91 wasn't in yet, so it was just the old road through the canyon. Get to Riverside, we felt like we'd made a lot of distance towards Phoenix. Then we'd get out to Indio, and Indio was a great stop. Get out to Blythe, and it was Indio or Blythe where the Pink Onion was. We'd stop at the Pink Onion and we'd get drinks. We had the windows down, and it was normally sunset somewhere around that time or just after sunset. And it'd be well over 100 degrees as we got ready to cross that desert when you get to that sign where it says, next services are 50 miles or 100 miles, however far it is across the desert, where you don't have any services, no gas station, no food, no anything, no emergency stops, anything as you got across the desert. And it was just a 2-lane road all the way across the desert back then. Then you'd get to Granny's house in Phoenix. She lived down on the south side of Phoenix where the airport is now, on South 20th Street, and there was no air conditioning. There was a swamp cooler. And I remember when Smitty's Market got refrigeration, and they called it refrigeration, then they'd put signs in these different stores in Phoenix that said refrigeration instead of air conditioning. And we roasted. There were just no 2 ways around it. We absolutely roasted. Now the funny part about it is, this first year in my life since I've been living in Riverside, I've been so looking forward to the hot weather this year, because it's just been cold all winter. It's been wet, it's been everything, and finally it's here. And instead of getting up at 3 o'clock and running as long as I wanted, I had to cut my run in half. Instead of getting to be in my den where I keep it warm so I can do my yoga and stretching, I'm having to cut that in half because I need to jump in the car. And I'm thinking about all the things that I'm not getting to do, and I'm running thinking about a story from 50 or more years ago, driving across the desert and looking backwards instead of looking forwards. As you wake up this morning and you start your day, maybe like me, you find yourself busy with a lot of stuff already. Maybe like me, you've scheduled your day maybe just a tad thicker than you should have, and I'm already thinking, okay, can I get back to the office by 1 o'clock? And then the other half of my head is thinking, I really, since I'm down there, should take these people to lunch. Going to be in Tijuana. I should do it, but I only eat 1 meal a day. It's maybe like me. Your mind's going a gazillion miles an hour. And I remember Dad being like that when we'd cross the desert. He was hilarious. And we would laugh and we would make fun. And sometimes he would pull the car to the side of the road and he would threaten to turn around and he would end that trip. If we, just like in the movies that you see, he would threaten to end the trip if we all didn't straighten out. No air conditioning in the car, windows down, 110 degrees out across the desert in the dark. I had a friend tell me when my mom got Alzheimer's, and I thought, this is like a life sentence. It's going to go forever, and then she's going to die. A friend told me, this is all going to happen so fast. I'll be 65 in a few weeks, and looking back across my life and looking forward into the day ahead, if there's one lesson I've learned through the heat, through the busy scheduling, through the demands of needing money for siempre, through all the other things, this is all going to happen so fast. And like that, I'm going to be gone. And all the responsibilities that my father and mother had, they don't have them anymore. And all the responsibilities that I struggle with today, I'm not going to have them anymore. Waking up and wanting to get in that run and wanting to get in that stretching and wanting to do the other weights, and I'm not going to have it anymore. And so what I want to do is, when it requires me to call people on the phone and beg them for money for siempre, I want to be thankful for this moment, because I have this moment still. When I have to cut my run in half instead of getting the mileage in that I want to get in, I want to be thankful that I get to have this half of the run. When I need to rush down to siempre, when I need to think, I'm not going to get back to the office because I really should take these folks to lunch, I need to be thankful for, I have these people who might be willing to take some of their time with me because they have insanely busy schedules that they're all cutting time out. Because if there's one thing in life that's truer than true that I could tell you, this is all going to happen so fast. Take today, whatever your demands are, whatever your schedule is, whatever you're having to change around and move about. If you're roasting hot, if you don't have air conditioning, take today. And remember, this is all going to happen so fast. And back in those days when it seemed like Granny was so old, well, Granny's been gone since 1972. When it seemed like my parents were going to be around forever, well, they've been gone for over a decade. And it seemed like my life, by the time I was reaching 65, I'd be on easy street. Instead, I still am putting things out in front of myself that I choose to be involved in and invest myself in so that my life is full. Because life is short. Invest yourself in today. Life is short. And just like that, it's all going to be over. I hope you have time for a long run. If you do, remember, I had to cut mine in half. Have a great day. I want you to go out there and be the miracle. God bless you.